Boom! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is StrangerPalooza. It's early on a Thursday morning. Lola and I are headed out on a road trip to Jacksonville. Check it out. This is our electric transit right here. But what we're going to do some stuff with today is our Ford Transit, which is a Coachmen Beyond. So Coachmen built, you know, all the RV side of it, and Ford built obviously the van chassis. And we're going to continue, in case you don't notice or you haven't heard, yes, we've wrapped it. So right here you can see like Sunshine State RV right there, and on this side of the van, let's go around over here, check it out, Coachmen, right? So we actually wrapped the van. Now, you know, it's a work in progress. I think we've got a couple of things that we need to do to this. I'm gonna do like a complete thing. But right here, this grill is driving me crazy. So I'm gonna do something about this grill. We're going to FreedomVanGo that actually has the Ford Raptor style grills. They're like the only guys I know that have them here in Florida. They can install it and everything, so you could buy it from them, have it installed, all of that. Definitely needs it. Let's get all into this right now. Come on. All of this is the door. All of this is the building.
You've arrived at your destination.
Okay, we're gonna get, the two of us are gonna get crazy, so we're just gonna go here for now. All right, so we're in Jacksonville. We're at FreedomVanGo. We've got Max here. Max gonna take care of us today. What's up, man?
Not much.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you too.
So we've never actually been here. We always see you guys at the Overland shows.
Yeah.
So we've never actually been here. Let's give people like a little quick
Come
tour
on
of
in,
FreedomVanGo, man. It's a really cool
here.
place. Yeah.
So, when you walk in, this is what you see. We built this nice, actually Grant built this nice desk here because we couldn't find one we liked.
Oh, okay.
So we are constantly growing and moving, and we are busy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this is really cool. I like the big neon sign up here. It's really cool. Yeah.
a couple of conference rooms and things, and some offices. And then when we get into the shop here,
How big is it?
so we don't have the unit on the end, but we have the whole middle, and
Yeah.
then we're actually adding to it. So we have a whole electrical department behind here in a different building.
Okay.
I have two electrical experts that basically make our power systems, make our harnesses, and then we also have a warehouse space in the same complex. So
cool.
half
Yeah.
the business is FreedomVanGo, we're building vans. The other half of the business is Van Parts Warehouse. We're providing builders, and we have a lot of dealers in our account now that we're constantly sending parts to. So we try to stock everything we can.
Yeah, this is bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
You know, with Grant, you think it's going to be like a shack on the beach.
It used to be.
Oh, it really?
So we do a very little bit of fabrication work. You know, we have, you know, a CNC that we can cut precision panels out of. We have a welder.
Yeah,
you know,
nice
we
serious
try. You know,
table.
we are not a custom van building shop.
Okay.
We try not to be in the custom world, but not everything bolts in super simply.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And there's a bunch of vans in here. Wow.
Yeah, we always have
Take
a
a look
lot
at
of
that,
vans
Lola.
in here.
Yeah.
So you know,
That's
we
cool.
recently got tire machines, so we're just trying to sublet less and less, so we can do wheels and tires in house now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have everything from simple stuff for the day. You know, this customer's waiting in the waiting area, getting a fuel tank, a bunch of owl van components, a box. So we do simple stuff just for the day, suspension, and then we have vans that are here for weeks and weeks that are getting full builds. So
all right.
we
So
kinda
someone
do a
buys
little
their
bit.
van, and before they even get out there, sometimes they're like, "Hey, I want to add this stuff." Right?
Definitely. Yep. Yeah, completely.
That's cool. You don't have to do it yourself, and you don't necessarily have to buy it already built.
Yeah. So we always have a lot of echoes in the shop, constantly getting suspension. There's one over there getting
Yeah, I see one.
bumper, winch, suspension, things like that. This is more of our kind of full build. So this is getting a full adventure wagon kit,
Oh, cool.
This is kind of our go-to setup. We do a lot of AMF run smart floors. This van has our water system, which is 20 gallons. And then just real kind of modular adventure builds. You know, we're not RV builders. We just kind of keep it real simple.
Okay.
Everything's real easy, serviceability. It's got our rack on it with some diode lights.
Okay.
But this is kind of our go-to setup.
So you guys, since the adventure wagon thing is modular, you've just built your own water cabinet.
Yeah, we built one finally because we have a power system that matches it exactly. It goes over the wheel well, slides right in.
Right.
And with both of them in here combined, it's a good fit because they look equal, the same size, the same height.
You want it to look deliberate.
Yeah, exactly. So over on the end we have our shop van Riptide that I know you guys have seen before. Yep. This van, the last couple weeks, has gotten a ton of upgrades. So we redid the wheels, we took a bunch of the wrap off, we took the big HTX2s off the front. I'm actually finishing up doing one of the new Owl Van differentials. So this is an E-locker, a huge, beefy differential. But this van has been getting a lot of upgrades. So we haven't really showed this thing yet, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek.
Where is this getting shown?
Well, we're finishing up for some shows, but some of the main stuff we're doing is we're working with Garmin very closely on this new Ember bus. So,
cool.
You know, when you get in a storyteller, you know, you have that big screen, everything's real convenient. You have one spot to control everything.
Yeah.
So that is the idea with this van. So there's going to be one screen to control basically everything in the van.
Okay.
So we're finishing up testing a new Nomadic 12-volt AC. And just kind of trying to test some new products. So one of the new products we're super excited to be running on this is the new Evictus suspension. Now Evictus is, in my opinion, it's going to be a game changer for sprinter suspension. It's not for everyone, but it is amazing. It's the idea, and I can kind of show you a little bit right here. Is this whole front, you know, the whole strut assembly gets swapped out. So, you know, for years and years, you had two companies. You had Van Compass and Agile, and that was basically it. So, if you wanted suspension, you had to go with one of the two. Now, both of those are good companies. They're not bad. I have Van Compass on my van. In my opinion, this is the best. I mean, this is amazing. These, you don't have to get out and do any clicks. This thing adapts as you drive, and it
just does
really,
it on its own. It figures out.
It's all in the valving, and honestly, after driving this, it is a game changer.
So is it magnetic? What's the?
It's all valves. It's like valves inside the shock. So the more you push it, the harder it stiffens up.
Oh, okay.
And it actually has been an amazing suspension kit. We've only done a few of them. We're still testing them, but there's a lot of them out in the wild. You know. A lot of storytellers have them, and it is a game changer for sprinters. I mean, it really drives amazing.
Oh, okay.
And I have Van Compass, and I like Van Compass. This is in a different class. It's completely different.
So is that just for sprinter, or
right now it's just for sprinters?
Just for sprinter.
Yeah, we're trying to convince them to make a transit version, just because it's such a good kit. So I can kind of show you in the back here.
And then switching over to all-wheel drive that sprinters are doing now.
Oh yeah, this kit works with that.
It works with that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not an issue. So you can see the big replacement shock, reservoir, and then we can actually add a coil to this as well, depending on the application. We have some of the new Van Compass OptiRate springs on here.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah,
this thing's kind of torn apart right now.
There's so many changes. Like you mentioned Garmin, and I've actually heard quite a few people are switching over to Garmin. You know, for like their entire system.
I mean, we've always used Garmin's as far as like the overlanders and the treads for cameras, and we like the power switches to control all of our lights. But now that we've been able to use this Ember bus and actually control our own and write code so we can control the fans and the lights and the fridge and everything with one unit, eventually we're going to hopefully make that so we can sell a kit and basically you don't have to do any of that. We can kind of do all the programming in-house.
Okay, cool.
Kind of just install it.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a place a lot of people are having problems. So they prefer switches.
It is.
I prefer technology, but it's got to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very cool. And I see you guys are making your own videos, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have videos for everything that you guys, or you're trying to build up a library right now?
We're trying to build up a little bit of a library.
Okay.
And we have a videographer here, so it's just a matter of trying to find the time and trying to understand what people want to see. You know,
I love the patch wall. Sorry.
Yeah,
we got distracted by shiny things.
Yeah, we have a few of them.
That's cool. I'll get you. Well, I don't know if you have room to put any other patches.
We have more. We have more patch walls.
I've got patches.
Oh, perfect. You
need some StrangerPalooza, some Hank Strange patches even need to go up here. So.
All right. So we got factory camera, which isn't a problem. Takes a little bit more time. We're just gonna have to drill it out of the Raptor grill, which isn't a big deal. And then
this is the problem.
Yeah.
This is our 360 camera. So
so we'll just have to kind of figure that out once we get into it and see where we can place that. Hopefully we can get it somewhere close. But I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. But the grill is definitely going to change the look of this. I mean, it'll match more of like the matte black on the bumper, and I mean, do away with the chrome. And this is the last chrome you got on this thing.
I know, man. I cannot wait for it to go. Although I'm not going to throw this out. I'll keep this somewhere just for sentimental reasons.
You should. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, this thing looks
That's so much
way
more
better.
sexier. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I should put that on my wall.
I know, you need two of them. I know.
Put it on my wall.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah, perfect. Here?
Okay. Go again, sorry.
Yeah, as you know, they all have this right here, and this is because, you know, in Europe they have a key right here to unlock the hood.
I've seen that. Yeah, we don't have that here.
Yeah.
Right?
There's all the Raptor grills that fit the Transits have this. There's no way around it.
So where's the camera gonna go?
The camera's gonna go in here.
The one that came with it.
Yep, the factory camera's gonna go here. Now I do need to make some holes. It's not that big of a deal. It's just, you know, it's just because a lot of people don't have factory front cameras. Yeah. So, but there is a spot for it.
Okay. And is there a way to put that other one
I'm not sure. I mean, we can definitely take a look kind of once it goes on. And kind of see the best route. That would be nice to cover it up. Yeah. But yeah, we can definitely take a look.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we're just gonna get rolling. So my concern is just I don't know how much slack there is here. But typically, I mean, the only thing that
there should be a little bit of slack.
Perfect. So the only thing that holds this grill in is just really retention tabs. So once you start getting them off, the process isn't that bad. Okay. Because really, all you need is some type of plastic wedge to get in there to kind of start releasing them. And once they start releasing, you'll be able to get the whole thing kind of popped out. Okay. So it sounds bad because the tabs are releasing, but it's kind of just how it's designed. But yeah, so I like to start kind of in the top here. What I do is I'll get a wedge in here and kind of just start slowly going around, and some corners are tougher than others, so I might start on a corner and it doesn't want to come at all, so I'll start on a different corner just to kind of, because once you start getting it, it's much easier. It's hard to initially kind of get it out.
You get leverage on it.
Yep, exactly. So that one popped a little bit. This one. So I'm keeping tension because if I let it go, sometimes they'll just snap right back. So kind of start going around it. The plastic wedge ensures that I'm not going to damage anything.
Right.
So, bottom here a little bit.
Let me know if you need me to do anything.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna start coming around here a little bit. And then I'm checking this wire to make sure there's enough slack. And then I kind of just So once I got them all out around, there's one directly in the middle. So this one's a little difficult. Basically, I just make sure if there's a camera, I make sure there's enough slack, and then I kind of just get in and wiggle this out a little bit, ever so slightly. There it goes. And then it finally just pops. So now that I got all those off, I'll just have to get the connector off the camera. So there's a issue. So unplug. It's got a little bit of slack. And voila, it is out.
Awesome, yeah. So, relatively easy.
Yeah, so obviously yours has a few more things going on. You have a camera, and you additionally have one of the washer sprayers to clean the camera. So just a little bit different, but not an issue. And then I got your aftermarket camera here taken off.
Okay.
So
I don't think I've ever. I don't even know where the button is.
I've only seen this on like one other van. Typically they just have cameras.
Yeah.
Typically they don't have this too. So I'll have to verify that there's no issues with this on the new grill.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll pop this thing off.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of keep on rolling.
Cool.
Now I'll pull the camera and the washer assembly off so I can transfer that over. And that one hole needs to be cut, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's some good traveling, man.
Oh yeah. The van did great. It'll cruise 85 miles an hour, no issues. And I put a 47-gallon fuel tank in it so I can go, you know, 600 miles without filling up.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do the tanks too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's one thing about Sprinter. There's more stuff you can add. They haven't really built up the
So now that I got the rough holes cut and everything fits in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a test fit and make sure everything's okay. So this is the kind of the tedious process because you cut a little bit, you check it, you cut a little bit, check it. So now I'm pretty happy with my cuts. I'm just gonna try to see, you know, since the camera and the sprayer are separate from each other, I wanna make sure I get these in together before I'm kind of completely done. So I'm gonna set this thing in and we're gonna see how we look. So I'll get a couple of these decently tight and
You're doing good so far, man.
thank you.
I can't complain.
Alright, so I got that thing.
Looks good.
Yeah, the camera's perfect. This one's super hard to get 100%.
So yeah,
but once it's on here,
I didn't even know that was there, man.
Yeah.
So that pops out and
correct. Yeah, it pops out and it washes the camera.
Yeah.
It's super hard to see, especially because when the grill's on here, it's down here and it's pointed down like that.
Yeah.
So you really don't see it.
yeah.
But yeah.
Great job.
Now I have to
Thank you.
figure out how to actually use that.
Yeah, I know. I'd be interested. I know how to use it on the Sprinters, but
Yeah.
Mercedes has a special
If you figure
secret.
that out for me, bonus points. to you, man.
Perfect.
I've never seen that button.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So there it goes. This looks great, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm really
honestly,
happy.
it completely transforms the whole front end of the look.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a really simple install. Really, if you don't have a camera or anything else, it's quick, it's easy. We can do them here, we can ship them out. I have a video on YouTube on our FreedomVanGo page of how to install this. But even when you have some extra stuff like the camera, the washer fluid to clean the camera, and then an aftermarket camera, we got it done relatively quick.
Absolutely, yeah. We still have to see if we can make that work or not.
Yeah,
Since I just discovered I even
know.
have that.
But
Now
yeah,
I
I mean,
play
I
with
think
it.
it finishes off the whole look. I mean, this
Looks
was the last
fantastic.
bit of chrome on the van.
Yeah.
And I mean,
The difference is huge.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think if you're looking to do you know, we've had this for about 2 years. If you want to freshen it up a little bit, you can do a wrap. You don't have to do a complete wrap like we showed Max's his Sprinter van here. You can do a partial wrap, and then with something like this, it just makes it look great. It's more for looks than function, but you know, just to differentiate yourself among folks.
Yeah, you know, it's about standing out a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
The days of stealth camping are gone anyway, so I think I don't think it really matters. You know, might as well make it look cool and not like a delivery van. So.
I don't know if this happens to you. I think it happens to a lot of van people. I always get people, like if I'm at a Cracker Barrel or something like that overnight, there's people taking pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go get gas, people come up to me and they're like, what?
Yeah.
What do you do with this?
Yes.
Yep.
So we're kind of like, you know, ambassadors for all of that. So for the folks out there, you know, I'm really surprised pleasantly of what FreedomVanGo has going on here, Max. So
yeah,
for people looking at this now, and there's more than what we're showing you.
Yeah.
For folks who are looking at this, just tell them a little bit about what you guys do and how do they find out more info and get in touch with you guys.
Yeah, so we do quite a bit here. You know, we're not a custom van shop, but we do everything from, you know, we build our own roof racks in St. Augustine, Florida. They're powder coated locally. We make our own molly panels. We do a lot of suspension. We do a lot of lights. We do a lot of adventure wagon interior kits.
Okay.
So yeah, check us out, freedomvango.com, and then vanpartswarehouse.com if you need some parts. We stock as much as we can. So we order in bulk, so that way we have it, you know. Getting parts is half the game right now. I mean, that's half the battle. So we try to stock as much as we can, and we're super busy. So we're just going to keep moving forward.
I saw a lot of Winnebagos in there, but you're doing all the van chassis. You're doing Transit, Sprinter, and are you doing ProMaster as well?
I mean,
you don't get as much call for that.
A little bit. Like we don't do ProMaster suspension anymore, but you know, if someone wants us to cut some holes and put some Max Air fans in or some windows, we'll do stuff like that. The ProMasters is just such a limited chassis, so typically we stick to the Transits and the Sprinters. We just know them very well, and the parts behind them. There's so many options now for, you know, what you can do with these things.
Absolutely. We're going to do more stuff with these guys. Big thanks, man.
Hey, thank you.
I really appreciate it. Job well done here.
Thank you.
And thanks to Lola for like standing out in the heat.
Yeah, it's been a toasty day, so
doing all the work. This is great. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. If you have any questions, you can leave your comments and all that here. We'll put a link to FreedomVanGo in the description for you. We're out. Peace.
Thanks.
Okay, good.
I like that.
Yeah. That's awesome. I wonder how many more horsepower I'm gonna get.
Probably like at least 10.